What is up, everybody? I wanted to come to you guys tonight with my Monday Night Raw review, so let's jump right into it. To start off the show, we had the Oracle come out with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. They came out to start off the show, and Seth and Paul Heyman talks about how he's the GOAT, and he's giving praise to himself. He calls himself the GOAT, and he says there's a lot of things you guys don't see behind the scenes that I do. There are strings that I pull that you guys don't see. Paul Heyman is putting himself over in a promo, and Paul Heyman is basically putting over himself to start off the show. And then Paul Heyman starts to put over Seth Rollins, who is the World Heavyweight Champion. Paul Heyman also calls Seth Rollins the GOAT. And then as Seth Rollins starts to speak, Jey Uso's music hits. Jey Uso is standing at the top of the stairs in the crowd, and Jey Uso says he beat Gunther. He made Gunther tap at Mania, and he became the champion. And he said he's gonna beat Rollins once again. And then Paul Heyman says, "Wait! Why don't we do this? How about we do a match that the Sandman was known for, a no holds barred match with every weapon involved. How about we do that?" And Jey Uso says, "Bet." Jey Uso says he's down for that. So tonight it will be Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso in a no disqualification match with every weapon available. So that will happen later on tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we get Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Sky. This match was a decent one-on-one women's match tonight on Monday Night Raw. It was okay. I didn't think much of it. It was decent for what it was. It was a alright women's match. It was okay. I didn't really get that much into it. I thought it was an okay match. They put on a decent match. Io Sky and Raquel, they did put on a decent match. But Io Sky ends up picking up the win over Raquel tonight on Monday Night Raw. So we had Io getting her win back from taking a loss to Roxanne last week on Raw. Io gets her win back by beating Raquel tonight on Raw. So there you go. This was a okay women's match with Raquel and Io. It was alright. There's not much to write home about. It was okay. It was an alright match for what it was. It was decent overall for a one-on-one women's match tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we got a tag team match tonight on Raw with Mr. Iguana and Dragon Lee versus the Judgment Day. This was it was a pretty fun tag team match with the Judgment Day versus Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana tonight on Monday Night Raw. I thought this was a very fun to decent 2-on-2 men's tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. It was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not a fan of tag team matches. I'm just not. I don't know what I guess they're just wanting to get Mr. Iguana on TV, which is cool. I like Mr. Iguana. I watched him at AAA. I did watch him on AAA. I did watch him in the match at AAA. He's pretty fun to watch. He is very entertaining. I like Mr. Iguana as a character. I think he's really cool. He's very entertaining as a character. I do like his character. But like I said, this was a okay 2-on-2 men's tag team match tonight on Raw with the Judgment Day versus Mr. Iguana and Dragon Lee. This was all right. It was fun. There wasn't much. There wasn't much to write home about during this 2-on-2 men's tag team match. The Judgment Day gets the win over Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana tonight on Monday Night Raw. Um, Dragon Lee took the pin in this match, and so they kept Mr. Iguana looking strong in this match. But the Judgment Day did go over on Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana after the match. The Judgment beats down Vikingo and Dragon Lee after the match is over. Dragon Lee and Vikingo gets destroyed by the Judgment Day after the match. So that's how that went tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we had a backstage segment with Sheamus and Rusev. They got into a little mini brawl. It wasn't really a brawl, if you want to call it that. They just grabbed each other by the shoulders. It wasn't really a brawl. And then we had a backstage segment with Io, Asuka, and Rhea Ripley. And Asuka told Rhea Ripley to stay out of their business. So it looks like we're getting Asuka going heel. Looks like we're getting a heel Asuka. I think she's going to end up splitting away from Io and Kairi. It looks like that's the way we're going with Asuka on Raw. It looks like Asuka is going heel, which I like. I like heel Asuka. I really do. I think Asuka needs to turn heel. I really do. I think she works best as a heel on Monday Night Raw, because you do need another heel on Raw besides Roxanne. So I like the heel side of Asuka. I can't wait to see where this heel run for Asuka goes. I want to see where this goes for Asuka by her turning heel on Monday Night Raw and splitting away from Io and Kairi Sane tonight. I can't wait to see where Asuka goes when she turns heel, splitting away from Kairi and Io. I can't wait to see where that goes. And then we had a backstage segment with Jey Uso and CM Punk tonight on Monday Night Raw. That was okay. And then the best thing of the night was the Bayley package. I really like this video for Bayley. I like they're showing Bayley slowly going crazy and slowly losing her mind. I think this is really, really awesome that they're showing Bayley losing it. I really, really like they're playing up to the fact that Bayley is losing it to the inner voices in her head, that she's losing it to her inner monologue in her head, and I really like how they're playing up to the factor that Bayley is slowly just slowly and surely going crazy by listening to the voices out in her head. I really, really do like that. I like how WWE is playing up to Bayley going crazy. I really do like that, man. I want to see where this goes. I'm really intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by Bayley losing her mind and snapping. I want to see what happens with that. I want to see what happens with Bayley when she just fully snaps and loses control. I want to see where this goes with Bayley just completely snapping and losing her mind. I want to see where this goes. That was the best thing about Monday Night Raw tonight, in my opinion, was the Bayley package tonight on Monday Night Raw for Bayley slowly losing her mind to her inner monologue that she's listening to in her head. I like how WWE is playing up to the fact that Bayley is slowly but surely losing her mind to the thoughts that's going on in her head, and she's listening to these thoughts and she's listening to her inner monologue, and I really want to see where this goes with Bayley slowly snapping and losing her mind. I want to see where this goes with Bayley. I'm really interested in this. I want to see what happens with Bayley with this going forward. So I really like the package for Bayley tonight on Monday Night Raw. That was the best thing about Raw tonight, in my opinion. I really enjoyed this Bayley package tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we had Natty versus Becky for the Women's IC Championship. Natty taps out to Becky in the disarm her. Natty taps out to Becky by submission. Becky retains the Women's IC Championship tonight on Raw over Natty. I don't know. I don't really get this match. I don't really understand it. And then after the match, Nikki Bella comes out and she attacks Becky with the rack attack. She drops Becky with a rack attack. It looks like we're going to be getting a feud with Nikki Bella and Becky over the Women's IC Championship on Monday Night Raw. And then we had Naomi coming out. She gets emotional. When she comes out, she starts getting emotional. She starts crying and getting emotional in the ring. Naomi kicks Adam Pearce out of the ring, and Naomi starts getting emotional. And Naomi tells everybody to watch the Titantron. And they show a thing for Stephanie's Place on the Titantron on Stephanie's YouTube channel called Stephanie's Place. And Naomi tells everybody to watch the Titantron, and Stephanie's Place ends up playing on the Titantron. That's on Stephanie McMahon's YouTube channel. It's called Stephanie's Place. And Stephanie says, Naomi and Jay and Big Jim, I hear you got some news you guys want to deliver. And Jay Uso says yes. Naomi is indeed pregnant. Naomi then cuts back. Then the camera cuts back to the ring, and Naomi says she is indeed pregnant. And Naomi does relinquish the championship tonight on Monday Night Raw due to her being pregnant. So Naomi does relinquish her championship due to the fact that she is having a baby. Congratulations to Trinity and Jay and Big Jim. Congratulations to you two. I'm very happy for you two. That's really, really awesome. So Naomi drops the belt tonight on Monday Night Raw, and she is pregnant. Her and Big Jim are going to have a baby. So congratulations to Trinity and Big Jim on their baby that is on the way. Congratulations to them. That is really, really, really awesome. I am happy for you two. That is really, really cool, man. And then we had the main event, which was we didn't have the main event before this. I'm sorry, guys. We had Penta versus Xavier Woods. Penta beats Xavier Woods. I don't know why Penta is feuding with Xavier Woods. I don't get this match. I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't get the booking with this match with Penta versus Xavier Woods. I don't understand it. Penta beats Xavier Woods tonight on Monday Night Raw in a one-on-one men's match. I don't get this. I don't understand it. This match made no sense as to why Penta is feuding with the New Day on Raw. Penta ends up beating Xavier Woods tonight on Monday Night Raw. And next week, Penta will be feuding with Kofi Kingston. So next week on Raw, we will be getting Kofi Kingston versus Pentagon. And then we had the main event, which was Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker. This was a pretty good main event tonight on Monday Night Raw. Bron Breakker he took a nasty bump over a cart I thought he was hurt, man. I really did. When Bron Breakker hit his knee on that shopping cart, it looked like Bron Breakker was legit hurt. That bump looked really, really bad when Bron Breakker hit his knee on that shopping cart outside of the ring. That bump looked absolutely brutal. It looked nasty. That's one of the nastiest bumps I've ever seen. I thought Bron Breakker was really, really hurt. I thought he was legit hurt, but Braun Breaker ends up no selling the knee injury to by the card. Braun Breaker just completely no sells the injury, and him and Jay put on a clinic in this no disqualification match in the main event tonight of Monday Night Raw. Chairs were used, kendo sticks were used, steps were used, tables were used. These guys went out and had a pretty good main event tonight on Monday Night Raw between Braun Breaker and Jey Uso. LA Knight comes out and he takes out Bronson Reed and then LA Knight is standing on the edge of the ring and CM Punk knocks off LA Knight on the side of the ring. CM Punk puts LA Knight through a table. And then Bronson Reed knocks Jey Uso off of the top rope. Bronson Reed gets up, takes out Jey Uso, and then Braun Breaker goes to slide out of the ring to spear Jey on the outside. Roman's music hits, and he doesn't come from the ramp. Roman comes from out of nowhere, and he hits a spear on Braun Breaker, and he hits a Superman punch on Bronson Reed, and then Roman hits another spear on Braun Breaker. Jey Uso super kicks Braun Breaker onto a table, and Jey frog splashes Braun Breaker through a table on Monday Night Raw, and Jey Uso ends up picking up the win over Braun Breaker tonight on Monday Night Raw in a no disqualification tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. In this no disqualification match, Jey Uso picks up the win over Braun Breaker. This match was absolute chaos. This match was chaos with everybody coming out. LA Knight, CM Punk, and CM Punk chases off Rollins. But like I said, Roman hits a spear on Braun Breaker, and then Roman hits a Superman punch on Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns gets back inside the ring, hits a spear on Braun Breaker. Jey Uso hits Braun Breaker with a super kick and super kicks Braun Breaker onto a table. Jey Uso frog splashes Braun Breaker through a table in this no disqualification match tonight on Monday Night Raw in the main event. And Jey Uso ends up picking up the win over Braun Breaker tonight in the main event of Raw. And then we get a stare down between Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed to end Monday Night Raw. But that's not how Monday Night Raw goes off the air. The Monday Night goes off the air with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso standing tall in the ring tonight on Monday Night Raw, and that's how Monday Night Raw goes off the air. So anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this Monday Night Raw review, hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell. That way you guys won't miss an upload from me on my YouTube channel. That way you guys will get notified of all my uploads on my YouTube channel. I'm going to give Monday Night Raw about an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the Bayley package. I enjoyed the announcement of Naomi's that she is pregnant. I enjoyed that announcement. I think that was really cool. I'm really glad we got that announcement tonight on Monday Night Raw about Naomi being pregnant. That was really, really cool. I really did like that. Like I said, I'm happy for Trinity and Big Jim. I'm happy that they're having a baby. Congratulations to Trinity and Big Jim on their baby. That is really, really awesome. Congratulations, you two. Other than that, Monday Night Raw overall, I'm gonna give an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good Raw tonight. I enjoyed it. It was a great Raw tonight. The only thing that didn't make sense to me, like I said, was Penta feuding with the New Day. I don't know why Penta is feuding with the New Day. I don't understand that. I don't really get it. If somebody could let me know what's going on with that down in the comment section, I would greatly appreciate it. And guys, let me know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw down in the comment section below. And guys, give me your rating for Monday Night Raw down in the comment section as well. I want to guys hear your comments about what you guys thought about Raw tonight down in the comment section. And give me your rating for Monday Night Raw down in the comment section as well. I'm going to give Monday Night Raw tonight an 8 out of 10. I like the announcement of Naomi being pregnant and her and Big Jim, they're having a baby. I really like that. I really like that we got that announcement from Naomi tonight on Monday Night Raw, and I like the video. I like the Bayley video package that we got tonight on Monday Night Raw of Bayley slowly going insane and losing her mind tonight on Monday Night Raw. I really, really did like that. I thought WWE really did a great job with that. Overall, I want to see what happens now with the championship going forward on Raw, the Women's Championship. I want to see where this goes. You could insert Roxy. You could insert Roxanne into the Women's Championship picture. You could insert Ivy Nile. You could insert maybe Maxine Dupree. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the Women's Championship going forward on Monday Night Raw now that Naomi had to relinquish the Women's Championship due to her being pregnant. But hope you guys enjoyed this Monday Night Raw review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching this Monday Night Raw review. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the NXT review. And I will talk to you guys later. You boys out, man. Peace out, guys.